How does Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act prohibit discrimination? Imagine a voting system where some groups are kept from having a fair say. That's what Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act aims to prevent. It stops laws or practices that unfairly weaken minority voters' influence. This part of the law applies everywhere in the United States and is permanent. It covers all kinds of voting methods, like how districts are drawn or how votes are cast. Whether it's voter registration rules or election procedures, Section 2 makes sure they don't unfairly block minority participation. It protects against two main issues: vote dilution and vote deprivation. Vote dilution happens when voting power is spread out or concentrated in ways that weaken minority influence. For example, splitting a community into many districts to prevent them from forming a majority is called cracking. Or putting all minority voters into one district to limit their influence elsewhere is known as packing. Vote deprivation is when voters are outright denied or face obstacles to voting. This could be strict registration rules or procedures that make it harder for some groups to cast ballots. Courts look at the whole picture to decide if discrimination is happening. They consider historical and social factors that might affect minority voters' ability to participate equally. The Supreme Court case Thornburg v. Jingles set the standard for vote dilution claims. To prove a violation, plaintiffs must show that the minority group is large enough and geographically compact enough to form a majority in a single district. They also need to show that the group votes together and usually defeats their preferred candidates when they vote as a bloc. Section 2 also protects voters who need help because of language barriers. It requires jurisdictions with many language minority voters to provide ballots and voting materials in their languages. This law is used in many ways, like challenging unfair election laws through lawsuits or requiring fair district maps. It also makes sure language assistance is available so everyone can vote easily. Overall, Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act works to ensure that no one is unfairly kept from participating in elections or prevented from electing candidates of their choice. It's a key part of making voting fair for all Americans.